People, let me see if I can get this set up. I'm not sure whether or not this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try because that's what we do. Let's see here. So, I'm kind of in view, right? Somewhere in the middle of this thing. There we go. I think that's kind of in focus. I don't know whether or not that's in focus, but it is what it is. Let's see if we can get this set up there. All right, people. I am Captain Tommy Scoville, and this is the Lifeboat. As you can probably notice, I'm coming in about 30 minutes early. So this is not the scheduled time per se. I'm doing it about 30 minutes early. There is something that has come up, and I have to take care of it today. People, I'm only going to be here in sunny South Florida for today and tomorrow. I leave on Sunday to head back home. I believe that is Miss Hermit Hill, Kentucky. Good to see you. People, this is we're winging this. I mean, we are winging it. I have no setup to read the live chat other than reading it directly off of this small screen on the camera. So, DJ Daddy O, good to see you. Miss V, great to see you. So, when I read what you guys are doing today, I'm going to be reading it on the screen, which is going to be a challenge. Brandon Galloway, good to see you, my friend. Arizona Raven, excellent to see you. So, people, this is not going to be, as you can see, I'm coming in a little bit early, right? This is not when it was scheduled. The reason is, as I was just mentioning, where's Fiona? Tell us what kind of aircraft that is. Miss V, excellent to see you. So, because of the change in schedule of events today, I needed to go live a little bit early. And I wanted to make sure I got the live feed in. If I went at 11 o'clock here, which is 8 o'clock on the West Coast, it was going to be a terribly short live feed. I wanted to make sure that I had a chance to get one final live feed in. There is a chance that tomorrow I'm going to do one, but until I know the schedule of events, I wanted to make sure. Yeah, sorry, my schedule is off since Wednesday. Raven, we're not holding that against you. We know what happened, right? You're in my thoughts and prayers. You had a procedure, right? You know, you're not allowed to apologize if a procedure keeps you from being here. That's not legit. Seriously, you apologize when you do something that's a screw up. There's no screw up there. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and for that, we love you. You know what I mean? You got to take care of yourself. It's you know, that's important. So, people, I wanted to pop on, get a live feed in. I know that I'm going to be leaving some people behind because of when we went live. But if I didn't do it this way, what I was going to end up doing was just shooting a video, and I didn't want to do that. People, there is so much exciting stuff happening right now on the Lifeboat, and I don't want to steal any thunder from my partner. I definitely want Mark to be in on any of the announcements that I'm going to be making. But boy, oh boy, there is just really a lot of cool stuff that's going on. First off, the number of views has been going through the roof. It's bizarre how the whole YouTube thing works. You know, we went through a period where we were getting about 15 to 20 new subscribers a day. Oddly enough, they didn't seem to be watching a whole lot of what we were doing. You know what I mean? When I read the analytics, we had a ton of people coming in, but our views really weren't doing anything. They weren't changing at all. And recently, I would say in the last 2 weeks or so, wow, what a cool thing to say, Badgy Life. That's awesome. In the last couple of weeks, what has happened is the number of subscriptions have tailed off. Now we are, we're getting 1 or 2 people that are coming on per day. But our view count is going through the roof. It's hard to make rhyme or reason out of anything that happens on YouTube. So we're not trying to. As I've said, in the past, and now we're really sticking with this, the measuring stick that we are viewing success or failure, what we're using to measure that sort of metric these days is quite simply the number of people whose lives are affected by the lifeboat. And last night, I got 2 emails when that live feed was over, last night's live feed. And both of them were, no sugar for me yet today, but I've had to upload. You know what? I'm proud of you, Miss V. That's a hard thing to do. It really is. Cutting out sugar is one of the most difficult things going. But I got 2 people that reached out to me last night after the live feed. One did it through a direct message. The other did it through an email. I take that back. Both did it through emails, and I also got a very nice direct, private message. But the 2 emails I got were staggering. They were some of the most beautiful. Hang on, Raven. Love coming your way. That's right. They were 2 of the kindest things that anyone has ever said about this channel. Charlie Mullins, Flaming Jackson. You know what, people? This is a really good time. Let me see if I can do something here. Let me see if I can do this. Let me just see what happened there. I'm not sure if that worked. Let's find out. Let's see. Flaming Jackson, can you give me a 5x5 if you can hear me, my brother? I'd like to see if we can't get Flaming Jackson to put that up there. Let me see. Let's see. Arizona Raven, Miss V. Oh, what happened? Flaming Jackson put up a 5x5. If I'm not mistaken, you're looking blue with a wrench in front of your name, Jackson. Maybe I should have asked you before I do that. I want one of those. Miss V, I want to tell you something. We have been discussing exactly that. We have been discussing making you a moderator. And what I would say is this: stay tuned. I need Mark is. I would say stay tuned, Miss V. Just stay tuned. I would say that is going to happen in the very, very near future. Thank you, Brandon. It is something that Miss V. Now that I know that you would like to be a moderator, we have discussed that, and we think that that's probably going to be a good fit. We've been talking about doing that with Flaming Jackson now for probably the better part of a month and a half. And, I had been discussing it with Mark and Jackson. You know what's up. I mean, literally, we were about to do this a couple of weeks back, and there was just a hiccup. A big hiccup, obviously. If it was a big hiccup, he wouldn't be a moderator. But there was a little hiccup, and it just sort of put you on hold for a minute. But congratulations, Jackson. Thank you. When you will do a little direct messaging, but you know the rules here. You should be very, everybody I think could probably handle it, but the people that reach out to us and ask for it, we sort of go through a little process. But Jackson, I think you're going to be a great moderator. Congratulations, my brother. We're proud to have you on board. So, and I will reach out to you in a private message. Maybe I should have had more pomp and circumstance for that, but since I'm here, and it seemed like, good timing. So, last night, I know I am such... You're humbled. Oh, no, that's great. I am such a squirrel. Let me get back, though, to what I was trying to say before I saw Flaming Jackson. So, last night I got a couple of emails sent to me. And I don't ever want to... if you send me an email, you can be very confident that I'm not going to share that email with the world, right? It has to be that way. If it's not, then you... I see that, DJ Daddy-O. If I share your emails with the world... people aren't going to feel comfortable talking to me. And although I am not a doctor, right, and I don't play one on YouTube, I definitely believe in a confidentiality between me and the crew. If you reach out to me and you talk to me about something, unless you very specifically tell me, hey, I'm cool with you discussing this with the entire crew, then I simply don't do it. And I have not discussed these emails with either of the parties that sent them, so I'm not going to tell you who sent them. But they were 2 of the most beautiful emails I've ever read, and they were just talking about the lifeboat. And yeah, there was some nice things that were said about me, and I appreciate that. I always do. But more importantly, what was being said about you all, what was being said about the crew of the lifeboat was beautiful. There's no other way to put it. It was just beautiful. And if you missed last night's live feed, then you didn't see us talking about this subject in particular, and it started out with me talking about, words meaning things, and I have been saying for a long time that I regret wasting the first half of my life. And after talking to one of my favorite people alive, right, my aunt and I had a conversation, and after that, I started to really evaluate what that means, and it really isn't a situation where, the only time that your life is wasted is if you allow your life to be wasted. If you choose to view the time that you spent drinking and drugging as, Jacob Forrester, good to see you. If you choose to take that time and allow it to be a waste, then that's what it's going to be. And I've been doing that, even though I've been here and trying to, do something with the things that I've done in the past. There has been, I don't know the right term, I really don't, but there's sort of been a black cloud that has been hanging over me, even when I'm trying to do good things and I'm trying to rededicate my life and really sort of be there for people who are still drinking and drugging. It became one of those situations where I was short-circuiting a lot of the success that I could be having by negative self-talk. And the negative self-talk was over and over and over again. And I've said it on the channel 100 times. Well, I wasted the first half of my life. I wasted the first half of my life, right? I did this, I did that, and I wasted the first half. And that repetition, it's just like a positive affirmation in the wrong direction, right? So I spent all of this time drilling in this negative thought pattern of, I wasted my life, I wasted my life, I wasted my life. And whether you realize it or not, whether I was realizing it or not, there's a self-fulfilling prophecy in there. It really was keeping me from reaching the full potential that that I was created for, honestly. And it became so evident when this was brought up and presented to me in the way that it was. There was this overwhelming feeling of, I can't believe how stupid I've been. I can't believe that without all of the talk about perspective and positive thinking and all of those things, I am so glad so many are here. I'm proud of each of y'all that you are on this boat. You know what? I couldn't have said that any better. I really couldn't. Everyone deserves the love no matter what. That's right. Everybody needs and deserves love no matter what. And thank you, Jackson. I appreciate that. What ends up happening is words mean things, right? Words mean things. And just in the short time since sort of rededicating what it is I'm trying to do, the change in the outlook of my life. I've told you people, I love positive affirmations, and you can go ahead and crack jokes about that or whatever, but they work. There's a reason that so many people talk about them. And starting immediately yesterday, and I do mean immediately yesterday, again, you only wasted that time. That's right. You know what, Jacob, guaranteed I knew that you would have a philosophical and a intelligent take on this. I really, you always do. But I started with doing daily affirmations last night. Immediately after the conversation, I started, and what I started saying was, you did not waste any time. You did not waste anything. It really was a proving ground. This was my PhD. This was my preparation for the things that I'm doing right now. And if you went to school and you studied and you got a PhD, right? You got your BS and your MS, and then you got your PhD, and you went through all of that. They're going to drill home a bunch of book smarts, and I've read a bunch of it. I've read at least through the bachelor degree. I've read every single book you would ever be issued to get a degree in chemical dependency counseling or substance abuse therapy or any of those. I've read all of it, and I'm going back right now to get a master's in it. But the point is, oh, did you see the little dog? That is such a cool little dog. That's Bambino, if you can see him there. He's somewhere around there. But that's Bambino there. Cute little guy, isn't he? Bambino! He's a good dog. So I've read all of those books, and I did all of that study, and that kind of book smarts is so important. It really is, because you can explain to people who need that kind of cerebral connection. The people that really want to know sort of the mechanics of why these things happen. It becomes important to have that in your repertoire. What they can't teach you is compassion. And if all you have are the book smarts, when you encounter somebody who's struggling with drugs or alcohol, there's no way to feel that. There's no way to understand that. The reason that you all are so compassionate and the reason that you all care so much about everybody on this boat and support everybody on this boat is because the degree that you've got came from the school of hard knocks, came from life experience. It came from being in the life, living the life. And thank the Lord, I was in it a long time. And thank the Lord, I abused a lot of different substances. I have been going at this from a very strange and just defeatist attitude, right? I've been going at this with the thought of, well, you know what, I wasted the first half of my life, but I'm going to try to do something with the second half of my life. And the way I really need to look at it is, the only way that this is a waste is if I don't do what I'm doing right now. If I'm not here turning that into something magical, then, great. Do me a favor, somebody with a wrench, get rid of that. So, and snap a photo too, because we've got no reason. There you go, Charlie Mullins. Gotta love my crew, huh? I love my wrench crew. Charlie, you're a beast. C.W. Terry, good to see you, brother. Really happy to have you here, man. That is, it's awesome. People, for the fact that we're coming in a little early, I was 55 when I finished. Single parent with 44 years old, widow with 24-year-old. Yeah, see, now I'm doing this on the fly, guys. I really had to. Well done, Arizona. Raven. Good to see you too, my brother. Hi, Amy. You know what? I love when somebody enters the boat, right? Somebody walks onto the deck, and each and every person here knows them by name, says hello. We're really, we've got something. There she is. Amy, so good to see you. I know that you are on the East Coast. I doubt it's probably as, as sunny here. College, yes. I'm starting very quickly. It's going to be the 10th of next month. I will be starting my PhD program. And you know what, people? I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. But the reason that I am is more to be able to bring subject matter here every night than it is to, to get the parchment, the thing to hang on the wall or any of that. Honestly, people, I feel like the education that was really important for all of this was the 3 decades I spent in the life. I honestly believe that is what makes me qualified to do what I do here. It doesn't make me a genius. It doesn't even make me smart, but it makes me compassionate and it makes me understanding. I remember there was a line in a poem, but about a guy who said something to the effect of, watching winos, on the street corner talking to themselves and completely understanding, what they're going through. And that's one of those things that you can't teach somebody, right? It's one of those things. You're extending love to many who need it, including me. You know what, Amy? I'm getting back as much as I'm given. Do not doubt for a second that the community model of treatment and therapy has been taken off. Yet, you know something? Jacob, once again, astute. What we're doing here, and it's you people. It's really what you people are doing is, you've been wise beyond, our vision, beyond the vision that Mark and I have. And you know what, people? We're going to want some feedback. Oh, no. I am really sorry. C.W. Terry said his cousin passed this morning. Yeah, C.W., I will, not only will I keep you in my thoughts and prayers, but I will I will get that posted in a couple of other places so other people can do that as well. I'm so sorry, man. Genuinely, I am so sorry to hear that. You know, it's not it's a terrible thing to deal with ever, but this time of year, that is just so tough. My heart goes out to you and your family, and I'll be more than happy to keep you in my prayers. That's awful, it really is. But you know what? The way that people react to news like that on a channel like this is heartwarming. I know it's probably not making it any easier, CW. Nothing is going to make it any easier, but just know that you're loved, man. There's a lot of people here that really care about you, and may the fallen live long in the hearts of those that still stand. Well said, Jacob. It's beautiful. Honestly, absolutely beautiful. Amy agrees. She says, "Amen, Jacob." Yeah, it's just great stuff. You know what stinks is that I can't take a screenshot of that because of where it was said, but I'm sure at some point I'll grab that. I really do have a whole record of all of the things that you've said that have really touched me, and I have a group of people that I guess you would call fans because they're not really a part of the lifeboat per se, but they watch all of the the live streams and the videos that we do, and they watch it more from an analytical eye, right? These are people that I've known from a previous life, and they weren't people that partied. They were people that knew me when I was in the business world, and now they watch this almost fascinated, I think, because each time we make a change, it sort of takes us out of the financial gain, and they're starting to realize that I really don't care about the money, and I think that it's got them wondering, they're waiting for, the angle, right? Tommy's got to be working an angle, and the more that they see that I'm not, but Jacob, your name comes up all the time, where people have said to me, what does that dude do in the real world? You really are, your insights are priceless. And look, a ton of people are, but you stick out. You really do. I'll tell you who said some beautiful things in the last couple of days is Brandon. Over on the Lifeboat page on Facebook, our boy Brandon has just sort of come out of his shell and, just said some really, really beautiful things. It's awesome. It really is. It's like, hopefully you all see this the same way that I do. I'm hoping it's not just my chair, you know what I mean? But Mark and I talk about it all the time. There are people that you can watch. Oh, Justin, I didn't see you. Great to see you, bud. I didn't see you earlier. I hope it's not just my chair, but we can watch the progression, as people, and I don't just mean getting sober, right? That jumps out like Wednesday in the middle of the week, obviously, right? Because we're here and we're talking about it all the time. But to all of the different people, I'm on disability and I have time to think. You know what, Jacob? A lot of people have time to think, brother. If it was that easy, yeah, well, but you're also humble, which is a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? It really is a beautiful thing, Humble is something you can't teach, and it's good stuff. But as I was saying, we watch people sort of transition and come out of their shells, and we watch people who, go from being sort of like dipping their toe in the water just to kind of test out, what the lifeboat is all about, and then you watch them, start to interact a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and the next thing you know, you've got these full-blown crew members that it's not just, a lot of times when people first get here, it's really about them. It's the me thing, because obviously if you're trying to get sober, seventh son, you know what? You're not late. I started off a little early, and I explained to the crew something came up and I didn't want to not do this feed, so I had to start a little bit early. Am I enjoying Florida? I am absolutely loving Florida. I really am. But as I was saying, people, a lot of times when people first get here, because the mindset is I want to get sober, I want to change my life, right? It's I want to get sober, I want to quit, I need help. I'm looking for a place that can help me. I'm looking for a new plan. I. And we watch that kind of transition. And the next thing you know, people start to assimilate into the crew. And all of a sudden it's, everyone wanting to sort of give back. Everyone needs to lift up one person every day, just a few minutes. Yeah, you know what? You really have inspired a lot of people with that line of thought. That's unique to what you've said in the past, but it's always along the same lines. You are one of those people that gets it. And here on the lifeboat, it's so much fun to watch people sort of transition into the I really need help to, boy, so and so needs help, and I'm praying for them, or I'm reaching out to them. Yeah, Badger's awesome. Absolutely right. DJ Daddy O agrees, and yeah, Badger, we're so glad to have you here. Really, you're just a really fantastic crew member here. Seven Son, I'm glad you're here too, and I'm sorry that I had to fire this thing up early, and I'm not going to be running a full hour. I just can't do it today, people. But the last thing in the world I wanted to do was not go live. On that subject, going live here today and yesterday, and I believe the day before, right, was because I'm on vacation, and it's a little bit more difficult to get the editing and all of the things done in order to get up a video, right? The lifeboat is a place for anyone. The knowledge and the experience. Thank you, man. You know what? The experience of everybody here all coming together is really absolutely beautiful. You see that cloud? It's getting dark. I love that. I only help addicts. I'm addicted to food and cigs. You know what? And I love the fact that you're here and helping. You know what I mean? I really do. People, this is the question. I normally do videos in the morning, and then we do live feeds at night. We're toying with the idea of doing a live feed every single morning and doing a live feed every single night. Obviously, that is really, really different than what we're doing, now. That extra live feed every morning would really, big storm is coming, Badger. It would really change the dynamic of the boat, and I'm just wondering, from a standpoint of it being too much. On my end, there are times that the live feed wouldn't be a full hour. There would be times where it would maybe be a half-hour live feed, and it would be very much loose like this. At night, there would be a very defined, here's what the subject is, and it would be very similar to what we do at night. Whereas the morning one would be a chance to come together and anybody sort of just, okay, SIGs and, okay, yep. So my question, people, is, would you people like the idea of doing a live feed in the morning and a live feed at night? Not a bad plan. It seems interaction is key here. Jacob Forrester, and your opinion, by the way, means a stink load to me. It really does. All of yours do. Arizona Raven, you are awesome, says Amy, and I agree. Miss V says, yes, Tom. She likes that as an idea. Charlie Mullins also likes that as an idea. Let's see. Sounds great, Captain, says Flaming Jackson. The newly blue Flaming Jackson. Would depend on time, Miss Hermit Hill says. It would be the exact same time that I'm doing right now. It wouldn't change. It would be, I should say, we wouldn't plan on it approved, says Seven Son. At least I believe it would be the same time. We would ask you. I mean, this is your boat, not mine. I think whatever works for you, Captain. C.W. Terry, that's a cool thing to say. I'll be really honest, people. I like the idea of a morning live feed when I get back to work next week. Morning will be the best time. Okay, here's really what it comes down to is, this may sound crazy, but as long as I know the times, because sometimes I get notifications right away. You don't ever get notifications right away. I mean, honestly, it's rare that our partner gets that right. And I'm not bad-mouthing them. I love that they're pushing us, and I love that, they have a platform here for us, but it is not their strong suit. It really isn't. I'm here to learn, love, and not judge. Then you're going to blend right in, Badger. That's awesome. People, as far as, as far as people worrying about me, overworking or doing whatever, this may sound crazy, but this is a lot easier than doing videos. Just don't cripple your studies. Oh, no, 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 no. I definitely will. My studies are going to come first. And I thank you for looking out for me, Jacob. That's good stuff. But I promise you my studies will come first. What it would really boil down to is that I would be working 2 hours a day. When I shoot a video, even if I do it in one take, to then get the thing uploaded and done and put together and all of that is a longer process. Now, again, people, this should be more proof. This has never been about making $1 on YouTube, because if we do switch this to a live feed, then there's no, there's no, even though we're monetized, all of the views will come, before we can run any ads on it, because the ads, they don't let you run an ad during a live feed, right? So all of those ads would come at a later date. I don't care. That is the gospel truth, people. I have never cared about making $1 here at YouTube. The reason that we wanted to be monetized was so that we would get a much larger crew of people. That's essential, right? The desire to get pushed into the far reaches of the planet. And believe me, it's working, right? We've got, we got Niall coming in from Ireland. We've got Hope coming in from Ireland. We've got how many people in Australia? And all of these sort of foreign ports that the boat is getting pushed into, all of that really is happening because of our affiliation with YouTube. We're in, the last time I checked, which was almost a month ago, we were over 20 countries deep. I want to say 26. Mark could probably tell you for sure. But I believe we're in 26 or 27 countries. And in 4 months, I mean, that's absolutely amazing. But the desire to make that happen and to pull that off was, was fueled by that and nothing else. I love to be here. I miss Clearwater Beach. You know something? It's absolutely beautiful. It is. This is. We are all so blessed, says Flaming Jackson. I agree with you, people, and nobody's more blessed than me. This is. This right here is the. This right here is the greatest rehab in the whole world. The way I get paid, people, is by doing this. This is awesome for me, and it keeps me sober. It keeps me fired up about being sober. And when I get an email from somebody that says, "Don't forget to smash that," okay, thank you. And when I get an email from somebody that says they, that this place helped them, when I get an email from somebody that says that the boat really changed their life, that's my high. That's how I catch a buzz these days. I'm not kidding. And I'll tell you what, it's so funny because you people said smash that like button, and I can see the number of likes going up instantly. All of that comes across the top of my screen. I love you guys, man. I mean it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that does help with the algorithm. Every time I watch other channels and the person says, please make sure you hit the like button and share this because it really helps with the algorithm, I always feel like, man, everybody says that. And I try not to. I really do. I think sometimes it sounds cheesy, but I've never had to because you people always do that. Yeah, thank you, man. He said, I've said that since he first came on board, that it's been about the captain and crew coming together. It has been right from the word go, and, we love it. Truthfully, we absolutely love it, and it's working. The best part of this is, people, that it is absolutely working. We're reaching a larger audience. They're watching more videos, and people are getting sober. The number of people with sobriety dates, that come by every day, a couple of days and let us know where they're at. That's the dream of the boat, and it's happening virtually every day. That's from being a mod for Wages Forever. Yeah, you know what, CW? I forgot that you were a mod over there. People, I should say this right now while we got the regulars on here. If you want to be a mod on this channel, you got to send an email over to myself or to Mark Wages, and then Mark and I talk about it. It's rare that we'll pop, someone without asking them. I did today with Jackson because Jackson has asked numerous times in the past. And last night there was a conversation about it. I went back while, I go back and read the live feed after the fact because I don't really get to scroll as much as I want, and it gives me an opportunity to go through and check out comments and Amy, please do not do that here. No, do it here. but send me one as well so that I can share it with Mark. And what we do is we put a list together of all the people that have asked. And I know right now people go, boy, you know what? There's probably as many mods as they're ever going to need. People, when there's 500 people on a live feed, you know how many mods you need to keep it clean? And it's so important. The backbone of this channel is protecting everybody in the comment section. That's the backbone of this channel. What makes us so unique is that we don't allow all of the hate that is so prevalent everywhere else, right? That really is the backbone of this channel. So we will always err on the side of having a few too many mods versus not having enough. So if you think to yourself, well, they've already got enough mods, don't do that. This channel is going to grow. It is growing, Jackson. It is growing. You know what's funny is I have finally gotten to the point where I go back after each live feed and I look at all the comments and I write down who's there, right? And I can't write down who's not commenting, right? Which is usually as big an audience as the people who are commenting. But I write down who was there. And, you know, if you look at last night was a very, very large live feed for us. And I can name 25 regulars that weren't in last night's live feed. What is happening now is we're averaging in the ballpark of about from somewhere between 28 to about 35 people constantly. That's constantly through the entire feed. So some come, some go, but we maintain a constant presence of about 28 to the mid 30s, right, throughout the entire live feed. However, they're not ever the same group of people. There's a core that doesn't miss them, right? But then there's a bunch that just catch every second or every third. If they were to all show up on the same day, right, we would have about 150 people that just the ones that are sitting and commenting and doing everything. And when that happens, you need a lot of moderators. And I look at other channels that do a similar format where one, there are two guys. One does the normal amount of the conversation, and then the other one chimes in, and very much like how Mark and I do what we do. And I was watching one last night. You guys probably are all familiar with Marfugel. If you're not, you should check him out because Marfugel News is awesome. It really is. It's awesome. I saw Amy there last night, in fact. But Marfugel will have 3,500 people on a live feed. 3,500. Okay, when those days happen, and they're coming, people, make no mistake, they're coming. We're a baby. We're not even, we haven't even cut our teeth yet. We're not even, we're 120 days old? It seems like we've been here forever because we all got to know each other so, we're so close. It feels like we've known each other for years. But the truth is, we're 4 months old. Marf is from my city. Oh, I didn't know that. All right. I'm not good using wrenches. Uh-oh. Well, that's all right. If you would like to be considered for a wrench, please just send an email to captaintommyscoville@gmail.com, or you can send it over to Blue Kool-Aid. Either way, the name is in the drop-down box. Just hit that, drop down, boom, look it up, send it to us, and you will be, put into the consideration for Linwood, Washington, I believe you said. And you could just sort of be put into the mix for that, because it really is one of those situations where the longer we do this, the more mods that we're going to need. We are going to protect the people in this audience. It's always going to be the default. It's always going to be what we do. It has to happen that way. It absolutely has to happen that way. Grew up in, that's a town I'm not familiar with, but can you see the wind moving the camera, people? It's getting a little gnarly here. Yeah, I believe we have a storm coming in. If you look out, you can see that sailboat behind me. That bad boy is on an angle like that. It is leaning pretty good. Yeah, you know what? It's been great to. Hey, Joe Birdwell, my brother. Hey, everybody. Joe Birdwell is in the house. Joe, I was telling everyone last night about your internet problems, and I told them that you're fighting the good fight. But it's great to see you here. Joe, if you haven't made one of the live feeds, I am obviously on vacation. I have not moved to paradise, unfortunately. No, I'm kidding. As much as I love this place, and it is, my uncle's home is amazing, and it's right on the water. It's beautiful. It's breathtaking. But it's a vacation, and as much as as much as I want to stay focused on the boat and on what I do, there's just something about going on vacation. Storms rolling fast in Florida, Captain. Boy, that's the truth. As much as you really want to sort of stay focused, there's something about being on vacation that kind of takes you away from the mission and the goal, and it's not something that I want to happen. You know what I mean? I really want to sort of stay focused, especially because of where we're at in the history of the boat, so to speak. Where we're at right now is probably the most pivotal time that we've had. We have really gotten to the point where the growth is it's consistent. The curve on the way up is right about where we want it to be. It's just good, solid, healthy, organic growth. And the identity of the channel is really starting to take shape. There was something somewhat neurotic about, and I think every channel goes through this, but there was something neurotic about the personality of the boat. You know what I mean? We kind of did this one, and we were trying to figure ourselves out. And 69 days and counting, brothers and sisters. You gotta love that. Congratulations, my brother. We got the sober life, my people. Yes, Derek N., I'm waiting for an email from you so we can talk about your next... Oh, look, it's coconut. So I can talk about, the previously discussed item we would like to look into. So please reach out to me, my man. That would be fantastic. Reach out to me, and I'll be waiting on that email. All righty? Right, everybody, look at all of the people chiming in. Jesse Brown says, we are proud of you. You know what? We are. We are so proud of you. It's absolutely amazing, man. It really is. Good job, Joe. So, the complexion of the boat has been taking on its own identity, and it's really sort of been coming into its own right about now. So, vacation is great, but I'm ready to get back home. January 1st, people, is going to see changes, and I've said this, and every time I do, I get emails that say, I really don't want this to change. You keep dozing because you stay up all night long with your new girlfriend, Seventh. We know what's going on. You're talking to somebody in a foreign country. Been there, done that. It's all right. Good man. So the complexion of the boat is changing. In January 1, it's really going to be evident. You're going to love it, but all of these changes are to make the boat better. But the reason that January 1 is important is because come January 1, the way the boat is then is pretty much the way the boat is going to be. Like we have, I think, figured out the formula that we need in order to be successful. I don't mean get rich. I mean save lives, change lives, and really do what it is we've set out to do. So, people, I think it's probably almost etched in stone at this point that the morning video is not going to be a morning video anymore. If you just arrived on the on this live feed, that doesn't mean we're going to quit doing a morning upload. But what it's going to mean is that we're going to transition from doing a video in the morning to doing a live feed in the morning. I think that's the direction that this needs to go. Jacob said it pretty well. The interaction between the host and the crew is really what is making magic at this point. Is the interaction and the back and forth, which is really unique. Joe Birdwell says, "Awesome." It's. I really think that it's probably in everyone's best interest that that's what we decide to do with this. So Mark and I are going to be working out the details of that, but I'm glad to see that everyone else was on board with that, liking the idea. People, no one's going to be able to make every single live feed. I'm not going to make every single live feed. There's going to be, but between me and Mark, we believe that we can. And there probably will be every once in a while a guest host. Those kind of things are probably going to be happening as well. but it's January 1 is coming, and it's going to see the lifeboat, taken to its sort of final evolution, so to speak. And that's really going to be when we're where we want to be. And I'm almost through that. Can you see that little cut I got down there? I'm trying to get into this coconut. I very badly want to eat, or especially drink the stuff inside. I don't know if you can hear that. That is a very, very full and like juicy coconut. I really want in on this thing. So, people, I am at about the 45-minute mark. The reason that I went early is because I had to leave. That's why I want to help the boat all I can. Brandon, and we're going to let you, brother. Everybody here. That's the helping the boat all you can is the design. That's what everybody is, it's the reason we do what we do. And there's going to be other opportunities for a lot of people in the new year to do just that. The juice is not as sweet as you think. Kind of bitter. You know what? They really aren't sweet much at all. They say it's pretty good for you, but no, they're not. They're definitely not sweet. You got a sort of light coconut. Shot you that email, brother. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Derek. I will be checking that here shortly. First, people, what I'm doing is going off with my relatives. I've got just a couple more days here, and I'm going to be spending some time with my aunt, one that I told you about from last night. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I will be live tonight at 6 o'clock, people. There will be a normal, check out how to open a coconut on the Polynesian Cultural Center there on YouTube. Thank you. Good to know. Joe Birdwell, the beach is amazing. Mr. Johnny Scoville, my brother from the same mother. Good to see you, Johnny. By the way, Johnny, I heard, and I will be reaching out to you so that you and I can talk. That's tough. It really is. That's awful. So, people, we're at the witching hour. This is the time of the call where I'm going to have to cut this short. We are closing in on 50 minutes, and I am going to be leaving with Amy was celebrating Joe Birdwell. Sorry for any confusion. Joe is 69 days sober. Yeah. I think everybody got that. Joe Birdwell, 69 days sober. Yeah, if there was any confusion, you understand what he was talking about? All right, people. Tonight, 6 o'clock. That would be on the West Coast time, right? That's the Blue Wrench time. West Coast, 6 o'clock. I will be going live from sunny South Florida where I am on vacation. Between now and that 6 o'clock hour, you know what we want you to do? We want you to reach out and try to save somebody, people. That is what we do. We're on the lifeboat. Please feel free to send a email or a message to myself or Mark weighing in on anything that we were talking about in terms of the complexion of the boat going into the new year. But as of right now, it's looking like there's going to be a live feed in the morning and a live feed at night. It just seems to work. Everybody likes the idea so far. If you see a reason why this might not work, please reach out. If you don't, later you won't be able to say that you're unhappy with it. But I think most people would like us to go that route, and it's something that we're taking a very, very serious look at. I hope nothing super serious. Now, you know what? He's going to be all right. He's a big boy. So, people, tonight, 6 o'clock, I am Captain Tommy Scoville. You are on the lifeboat. We will see you this evening, people. God bless you. CW, you're in my thoughts and prayers.